Welcome to 110 South Branch Street in Bennington, Vermont. When you come here for a tour, you will enter through the back covered porch. That's where all the parking is. And you're gonna start on the first floor. These two units are almost completely identical. I'm gonna point out a couple of differences. So we're gonna start here in the back with the full bathroom. There's been a light renovation with a brand new vinyl plank floor, a new vanity. Actually, I'll show you that this angle here. Nice new sink and faucet. The tub also has a new surround to it, which is great. Nice new plumbing fixture there. There is a medicine cabinet and then the potty right behind the door here. And then there is also some storage. I do want to point out that there is also a switch out here above the stove. And that goes to the overhead light that is also an exhaust fan. But you don't have to run that because you also have the vanity lighting in this bathroom, okay? So the kitchen, they're almost completely identical. You do have the sink over in this direction with the fridge and the stove. The difference is that this one has just a full pantry, which is quite amazing, offers a ton of storage back here. Whereas upstairs, you'll see that there is a washer and dryer hookup inside their unit. This unit does their laundry in the basement. There is another closet here tucked behind the refrigerator. This one can be for additional pantry space, or it could be broom, vacuum closet. There's not a hanging pole here now, but certainly this could be a coat closet if you wanted. 3 bedrooms in each apartment. The back bedroom is the smallest, and even this is still a really decent size. This one has a closet without a door. I think this is the only closet in the whole place that does not have a door on it. But you can see it's quite deep. The closet rod goes all the way through there. All right, so that's bedroom number 1 of the downstairs apartment. And then we flow into the dining room. So again, mirror image, I shouldn't say mirror image, it's a total duplicate. The upstairs unit, their dining room is right above this dining room. Beautiful hardwood floors. And I'm gonna poke you in here to the second bedroom, which is the biggest bedroom. This one is quite large. We've got a beautiful view out to this wooded area. I just love that about this particular building. That's what really sets us apart from anything else that's on the market right now, is that we are tucked way back from the road. You'll see that on the exterior video, so stay tuned for that. Again, a big closet rod through here. You can see that the flooring, it's still hardwood, but at one point this was painted in here and that has not been restored. So I just want to point out that difference. But again, we do have a closet door on here with some original hardware. You can see it's been kind of painted over the years. So if you want to restore that original hardware, you could do that. And then in the front of each unit, we have a large living room. So we've got this very big not arch, but big doorway opening connecting the dining to the living room. I mean, you could use them however you want to. Maybe you don't need a formal dining room and maybe you need a home office instead. So that's totally up to you. The front bedroom, I would say this is a very similar size to the back bedroom, but maybe just slightly bigger. Again, we do have a door here on this closet. I love the original woodwork. And then again, a nice big long closet rod. So in this case, the floor has not been painted, but it had a darker stain on it at some point that had not been refinished. So I want to point that out. And the front bedrooms are going to overlook the front. So this is kind of a good opportunity to point out that we are tucked back, that way out there is South Branch Street. So there are two houses, two white houses, that the driveway is right in between, and then it curves around this building. So you're really set back from the road, which is pretty cool. So again, stay tuned for the outside video so you can check out more of that porch and certainly appreciate what's happening with the yard. All right, so now we're gonna connect from the downstairs apartment to the front hallway and then head upstairs to apartment number 2. There's also a back staircase that you can get to. This is the door to the basement. I'm gonna do that in a separate video. And there's the door out to the front porch. I'll just sort of show you that there is a window here in the hallway. Upstairs. Another thing I want to point out is that every room has overhead lighting. That is just so rare for a building of this age. This was built in 1928. So I love that. Not only does every room, every bedroom, and every closet has overhead lighting. Pretty spectacular. All right, so we're going to the front. This is meant to be the living room. There's some built-in bookshelves. We've got a view here overlooking the front porch roof and the neighbor out front there. Here is the front upstairs bedroom. Now the finish in this room is a bit more of a varied or a striped coloration. You can see that at some point it was made darker. It looks like at some point somebody tried to refinish it, maybe just didn't do it with a machine. Again, nice big long closet in here. So this is how it was at some point, nice dark smooth even finish, and then you can see it's got this variation. So not trying to say anything negative about it, I just want to point out that this is a little different compared to some of the other floors. We're in the front corner here, so we've got 2 windows. Again, this incredible, peaceful view. It's really a park-like setting back here. Big dining room in the middle with a huge window. Bedroom number 2 in the middle. This again is the largest room. You definitely could fit a king-size bed. I know that there's no furniture in here, so it might be a little hard to tell quite how big this room is, but you definitely could fit a large bed in here. This is the closet. This one has a double rod. So you've got a shelf with a rod and then another shelf with a rod, and it is open to the front bedroom closet. If I can pan up so you can see there's the closet rod of that one. So if you just want to close this off for privacy, fine, but if you've got kids who like to play hide and go seek, that might be kind of a fun little feature. All right, now we're going to show you the kitchen of this upstairs apartment. This is a vinyl floor. I know it looks like wood, but it's not. This is a sheet vinyl. They're not even vinyl planks. It's just a rollout sheet. Looks kind of like a rustic hickory, maybe, of a floor back here. And it does just go through the kitchen. So here is that laundry room / pantry. Remember, the one downstairs is all painted out in that cream color, and there's not a laundry hookup on the first floor because they have it in the basement, but up here you do have laundry, so you can do side by side or stack in front of the window if needed. Again, totally same layout. You've got the stove here, the sink, the refrigerator, another closet here. They've got this one outfitted with shelves, so you can use this more like a pantry. The back bedroom. Missing a closet rod, but that's an easy enough thing to just run to Home Depot and grab one of those if you need. We do have hot water baseboard throughout, so stay tuned for my basement video. You will see I have 2 totally separate heating systems. so the tenants can pay for their own utilities, yay. Up here, we have a different kind of vinyl plank floor than the downstairs. This is kind of cool. It looks almost like a linen pattern to me in like a blue-gray color. I like it. So again, we have a tub shower, basic surround. You can see all that. And then we also have a new vanity in here. That is nice. New sink and faucet. This one does not have the vanity light above, hello, the medicine cabinet there, but you do again have the good overhead light with the fan. And then there is the potty behind the door. Upstairs has a covered back porch as well. So they each have front and back porch space. Well, I shouldn't say that. The upstairs apartment only has the back. Downstairs has both front and back. So again, stay tuned for some outside video, but I just wanted to give you this really cool tour showing you from front to back. You've got kitchen, dining, living room, 3 bedrooms all along the side, and then a bathroom tucked right here off of the kitchen. So that's your layout. This would make a fantastic property for an investor or someone who wants to live in a unit and rent the other for additional income.